So if you've been following this channel for any length of time, you know that I spend an enormous amount of my life on the road, overlanding, coast to coast, in the forests, in the mountains, absolutely everywhere, and I live out of my 97 FZJ80. I go to places where nobody's around so I can take pictures like this. I travel alone. I overland. And the problem I have with overland channels is many of them review products and talk about overlanding, yet they don't really overland and all their products are sponsored. And the problem I have with that is I bought a lot of gear off of YouTube reviews only to find out it wasn't what they claimed it was. And that pisses me off. I've had a ton of companies offer to sponsor me and I've declined them all because I'd prefer to spend my own money, review my own products, because I actually meet my subscribers. And I don't want to meet somebody that bought something that I told them about that wasn't what it was. So if you want to see a real review on real gear that I actually paid for that you should actually have, you might want to sit back, you may want to relax, and you're definitely going to want to check this out. So this video isn't going to win me any popularity contests, but I've never been about that. On my channel, I find myself in incredibly remote places. That's what I strive for. I want to go to places where nobody else is. The less people, the better. And to do that, I have to carry specific gear and be mindful of the weight that it's going to put on my vehicle. I don't want my truck weighing 8,000 pounds. But again, I find myself in places where there's absolutely nobody around. I'm on really tough four-wheel drive trails, risking breaking the vehicle, but it is what it is. It's why I drive a Land Cruiser. And I have to make sure the gear that I have is going to sustain me. Way too many times I've looked, just like everybody, I've looked up gear, I've watched the reviews, I've got the product, only to find out the channel was sponsored by this company and the product wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I carry parts, tools, and hiking and off-roading and camping equipment because if I got to fix my truck in a parking lot, I need to fix my truck in a parking lot. So the reviews you're going to see on this channel are straight up, they're legit, and I bought it myself. So there is that. So let's check this out. One of the biggest things you have to be mindful of is first aid. And on my truck, I carry an ample amount of first aid. Enough for me and enough for a group of at least 12, literally. Because you never know who you're going to run into at 13,000 feet in the bayou or out in the Carolinas. So you have to plan accordingly, and I do. And I have a little downtime while I'm waiting for parts right now while I'm in Colorado Springs, and currently the temperature in my truck is 130 degrees. It's hot out. So I've been carrying all these bags around with me, and I planned on making a video before I left the house where I was going to take this vanquest medical bag that I really thought was going to be a good idea. Because it's got all the separate pouches inside, they're clear, they're see-through, they got good zipper pulls on them, Velcro, everything locks down nicely inside. And I saw that and I said, you know what? That might make the absolute ultimate first aid kit for on the go. Because you can throw this thing over your back, or you can attach this thing to your backpack and roll out. Now that doesn't mean I don't still carry my AMP3 outfitter. This is the ultimate first aid kit. I've done videos on this. several times over the years, and this is no joke whatsoever at all. This can take care of an entire group of people, a small squad of people, a family, no problem. This covers everything from a toothache to a gunshot wound to a broken leg and everything in between for the most part. The only thing that's not in here is a stretcher to carry somebody away. But he did give you the tools to make one if you had to. So there's that. So this isn't going anywhere. This still hangs right on the passenger seat headrest of my truck. This is my fourth one. Everything about it is made in the United States, including the bag itself, like I've told you in prior videos. And I've given away 3 of them. When I made the video saying that this is the best first aid company money can buy, I got a lot of feedback, we'll call it. So I checked around with other companies that were in the same game, guys that had really good setups, and I found ITS Tactical, and I ordered a box full of gear before I left for the road trip, and I've been carrying it around ever since. Now, I've shown you the Adventure Medical Kits, little Trauma Pack Pros, and they're okay. They're a decent little setup, you know, it's good to have. It's small, it's got some quick clot, it's got a tourniquet inside and a couple of bandages. SWAT tourniquet, what is this, 5x5 bandage, and quick clot to stop the bleeding. Good to go. You're out hiking, you're out biking, you're out doing whatever you're liking, and you fall down and get hurt, this can get you home. But that's not what I was looking to do. I'm looking to make an incredibly comprehensive first aid kit out of this particular pack, and I gotta do it because I've been carrying it around for 5 weeks, so it's time. As far as ITS Tactical, they sell the first aid kit. They also sell it with multiple components. You get the first aid kit, you get their EDC trauma kit that has quick clot gauze, a soft tourniquet, and a pair of gloves, all in this vacuum pack container right here. Feels like a protein bar. They've also got the tearaway real deal tourniquet you can get right here. This is legit, no joke, no two ways about it. And it comes in a killer little rip away pouch that rips away in all directions with Velcro and molly webbing on the back. So you could have this mounted absolutely anywhere as long as you have the cover on correctly. And if you need it, it's there. Boom, nothing's in the way. That is a score. That is an absolute home run right there, in my opinion. And this is ITS's Trauma QUIK Rapid Access System. Very similar to this set design right here with the molly webbing, the molly loops in the back, as well as the elasticy Velcro loops on the back, just like the tourniquet. This has the molly webbing, it's got the Velcro, it's elasticy, but this is like a sock of some sort. And when you need what you need, you pull it out, and there you go. Boom. And then they give you this nice little setup right here with a pull tab on either end, and it's very elasticy. You pull it to the side or do whatever you want. Toss that down. You've got quick clot. You've got a mini 2x medipcak wrapping gauze made by H&H MedCorp, which is good gear. You've got what seems to be a better than usual emergency thermal blanket or survival blanket. Scissors. Nitrile gloves. And a high fin chest seal, and this is a twin pack. These are the compact versions. But all of this right here is contained by, what, I just throw it like I'm home? Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Now I tried this at home, it was difficult to do. But putting it all back together like Humpty Dumpty is doable, almost perfect, because I suck at this. I'm good at getting things out of boxes, but not so much at getting them back in. So, ooh, and look what I see, a big Made in USA on the inside. That's a score because I did not know about it. All right. Let me see if I can get this back in. Easy enough. I can. Oh, so. The scissors opened up. There it is. Okay. There it is. This is just another one. I have two of everything because I planned on giving one away. I've actually given away. I've given away so much gear on this 5-week trip right now. It's ridiculous. So let's put these to the side. These are some of the little nylon pouches I got. Didn't come with anything inside of them, but I liked them, and they're made in USA, so that's badass. They also make a little hygiene kit. Now this is ITS Tactical. Now, if you know me, I could probably use a hygiene kit. It comes with the world's cheapest comb ever. It comes with a teeny tiny little bitty fresh scent stick of deodorant. It comes with a wet to make towel, you know, the kind you use for hiking. Fresh mint toothpaste. Okay, this one I don't love. You get 20 wet ones. That's cool. 20. You get Bergman Kelly 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Another add water to make a towel tablet. Insect repellent towelette, bugs times 30. That's a score. I like that. Eco Amenities bar of soap. Dental floss. I thought it was a Band-Aid. Sun X30 sunscreen lotion. That's a score. Fresh mint toothbrush. Very small nail clippers, but nail clippers nonetheless. Shaving cream and a razor. And it all comes in this little pouch. Now, this is the same type of thing they hand you when you arrive in county jail or state prison for the first time. How do I know? I read it in a magazine once. JailBreak. Remember that? Yeah. Okay, so the little hygiene kit. There you go. Now, these guys also make other things. Now, let's see if I got one on me. Let's see if I got one on me. I think I do. Okay. Fresnel lens. Title to my truck. Aha! That's their logo right there. Right there. Right there. Now, what is this I'm carrying? This is from ITS Tactical, and it's a lockpick set because you never know. Now, they sell automatic lockpick sets, but I mean, once you learn how to use these, you can use these, and these are good to go. This takes up the space of a credit card to the point where I wasn't even sure if I had it in my wallet, but I do. And I keep it right next to my Fresnel lens, and it's opposite of my SE Knives Survival Kit cards that remind you how to make deadfall traps, that remind you how to make knots, etc., things like that. It's good to have. It's in your wallet. It's there. I carry gold, silver, cash, credit, ID, and the title to my truck. So before I open this up and show you, I want to show you a couple of other things that I got from these guys. I got some lightning molly sticks. Oh, those are from vanquest. Never mind. What else I got from these guys was a tactical medical field guide. This is a good guide because there's small bits of information on every page. It's not a book that's overwhelming. It's on a nice spiral cover, and it slips into your pocket. And I believe I expect this paper is waterproof. But the Tactical Medical Field Guide is invaluable, and it's small. And this will fit right in your cargo pocket, first aid, bug out bag, fire kit, wherever. I got it. I've been reading it almost every other night. Now, what this is, the Field Guide of Wilderness and Rescue Medicine. This is for someone that's probably a little bit more up the food chain, but if you read it, you'll learn. But if you're at a place where there's an accident, like I carry all this first aid, not necessarily for me, and it's actually never been for me. I've always handed this off to somebody that had the skills to use what I had. They didn't happen to have it. That's how it works. That's why I carry so much first aid. I've given away a first aid kit worth $300-400 easy to at least 15 different people in 15 different states around the United States. If I gave you one, leave it in the comments or don't. So these are good to go, and they sell this on their website. I really dug this right here. These, the Bogota lockpick sets, all things of that ilk. What else did I have? I wanted to show you here. This I have not broken open as of yet because of the different issues I've been having with my vehicle. Okay, so check this out. Using your GPS with the Universal Traverse Mercator Map Coordinate System. This system right here is, we live in a world of GPS, but let me tell you a secret. GPS is electronics. Electronics go down. It's amazing to me how many people will bust your balls when they see you opening up a map on the hood of your truck. I got 3 GPSs in my truck, you know what I'm saying? But I still rely on paper, and everyone should, because if the power goes out, you got no GPS, you got no skills. I was pretty decent when I was in the military as far as using beads, ranger beads, etc. But this little setup that they sell gives you the book, it gives you the map and the coordinate tools, it gives you 6 reference cards and a pocket magnifier, declination and compass rows, latitude, longitude, time, speed, distance, multimeter grid, inclometer for slope angles, and a pocket magnifier. And they even give you a little hook to hold on to it. They give you the ranger beads. The map math instruction sheet. This all goes together. And then these little fellas right here. Maptools.com, north reference for navigating with map, compass, and GPS, topographical map symbols, which most of us know, but it's always good to have a refresher. And then locating coordinate grid information on USGS maps. This stuff is good to have. This isn't a 10-week study. You can sit down, put your mind to it, and learn how to use this in 5 days. This also comes with a spool of orange 550 cord that's in the front seat of my truck that's still 130 degrees, so it can stay in the front seat for now. So that's what else I got from these guys. Now this gear is AMP3 Outfitter. Now, all right, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, don't even tell me this went in there, did it? No, I don't think so. Never mind. This went with this. All right, never mind. I'm going to show you what's inside this first aid kit. Stem to stern, top to bottom, everything in betwixt. Comes in a resealable bag, and the bag has all of the contents on the outside, as well as their logo. Comes with a bottle of saline solution, sodium chloride, actually, 0.09%. Comes with a 4x4 12-ply bandage. They give you a face shield, sterile gauze pad, really shitty tweezers, purple rubber gloves, triangular bandage made by Curaplex, tape, another, what size is this? 2x2x12, so they give you 2 of those bad boys, and then all the accessories in this little pouch right here. So I tried it. AMP3 Outfitter blows them away already, I can tell you that right now. Lip guard, so that's chapstick basically in a little plastic pouch. Aspirin, 1, 2, 3, 4 standard bandages, triple antibiotic, anti-diarrhea. Let's put these in the right order because there's a lot of them in here. There's a whole crap load of them in here. 3M Steri-Strip times 2 thus far. Antibiotic. These are my sleeping pills basically. What the fuck? Diphenhydramine. How's that? Aspirin. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It appears we've got 10 standard bandages altogether. You might as well throw them in. You got some uncut out, knockoff, cheap moleskin.
but it's still there, so I can't, I'm not talking shit. More diphenhydramine, more anti-diarrhea, more aspirin, 2 packages of electrolytes, very, very small electrolytes, more aspirin, Tylenol, 3 of these things. Yeah, these suck. 2 alcohol prep pads, 2 sting and bite pads, povidone iodine prep pad, 2 packets of burn gel, and antiseptic hand cleaner, 2 small pouches of it, triple antibiotic, and Tylenol. So there it is. There's the first aid kit right there, as it stands. Right there. Now, you compare that to the M3 first aid kit, they don't compare at all. I mean, but how about this? M3 doesn't offer these. They don't have setups like these, so these are nice. This, I would never, I don't know, I'll give this away to somebody. But this will be going inside this. That's all there is to it. I buy all this. I'm friends with Beth and Dave Pruitt from M3 Outfitter. But I still pay for all my gear. You know what I mean? And if I don't pay for it, if Beth has actually given it to me like she's done in the past, I gave it right away to a subscriber. I pay for all this so I can be honest, because there's way too many times I've bought things. I'm talking laptops and such, where the research, this, that, and the other thing, and then you get it, and they lied because they were paid by the manufacturer or the maker, etc. So there, as they say, is that. Let me take a little break and we'll see if we can turn this med bag by vanquest into something that I would actually carry.
Well, it turns out after fooling around with the vanquest backpack or first aid pack, I decided I didn't like it at all. I didn't like the way things were stored. I didn't like the visibility. Putting everything into the vanquest backpack actually kind of backfired. So I stuck with the AMP3 setup the way I had it, because the way Beth and Dave Pruitt manufacture and package everything, it was actually easier to deal with than putting it in the vanquest. So what I did is I gave the vanquest along with some first aid, tourniquets, and pretty much everything I showed you to a single mom in Colorado Springs. It got it out of my truck. I didn't feel like I wasted all my money, and she was more than happy to have it. So it all worked out in the end. So the long story short is Imminent Threat Solutions makes some serious gear, and so does an AMP3 Outfitters. But long story short, if I'm going to get first aid, I'm going to get it from AMP3 Outfitters. If I want things like lockpick sets or automatic leashy 2-in-1 lockpicks, I definitely got them from Imminent Threat Solutions or ITS. That gear, they are absolutely on point about. No two ways about it. That lockpick set right there could save your life in a shit hits the fan situation. The Land Navigation Starter Pack is great if you don't know how to use a compass or ranger beads, things that you would need while wandering through the woods. The first aid kit from ITS is garbage. I gave it away. I wouldn't use it. For $50, I'd rather spend an extra $30 and simply get the IFAK from AMP3. It's a far superior setup in every conceivable way. No affiliation with either company at all. I received no income from either one of them. ITS has lots of cool gear. Tourniquet rapid deployment pouches, made in USA, can't beat that with a stick. The lockpick sets, they've got different types of hygiene packs, etc. You could make your own cheaper. That's what I would do. But they're hardware. The lockpick sets, the spy kits, all that stuff, it all will play a role eventually, in my opinion. And if you're going to get it, I'd get it from ITS. I'll leave a link to their website below, but it's ITS Tactical. Type it in, and there you go. AMP3 Outfitter. Type it in, there you go. $50 for the first aid kit. You know, for another $30, you can get a real one that'll literally save somebody's life. So there, as they say, is that. This is the setup that I bought several times. I probably bought 7 of these so far, and I think Beth gave me 2 of them, and I've given 8 of them away. I carry one at all times, at any rate. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will try to return the favor. I am out.